You guys want to see something cool? I'm a cop! Not to get... No. Shut... Okay. Usually I would just click my fingers to turn back. Okay, fine. Just roll the intro. Come on. There we go. Okay. First of all, Prey is a game. It certainly has all the things. Shooting, jumping, the weird cup thingy. Boom! Damn, thought that would work. Anyway, I remember clearly the hype, the reviews, the love, the praise that this game received when it released. In fact, I remember it enough to know I bought Prey along with my Xbox One S back in 2017. Being a PC gamer, I sucked at Prey for the Xbox, but I also didn't finish it. I replayed all the Bioshocks. I played Forza Motorsport 5. I never got beyond the first hour of Prey on the Xbox. And I will tell you now, if you are a fan of this game, you are going to disagree with me on almost every single thing in this review. To you, I say, comment below, tell me why you're reviewing this game. I'll be straight. Prey has good controls. I'm probably playing it years after the last patch got released, so there is no real surprise there. Morgan New, us, has smooth mouse controls, the abilities are easy, the weapons are accurate, the upgrade system is quick and easy to understand, but there are still some things that are annoying. Like for instance, I got so mad at the start that I nearly threw my mouse out the window because the middle mouse button is the most asinine thing I have ever had the displeasure of using. Normal things really. For a game from 2017. Damn, it's 7 years old now. Yeah, okay. So Talos Station looks amazing. And I am sure that the expansion pack that happens on the moon is even more amazing. But there are things about the gameplay that I can only say annoys the hell out of anyone that has played any other shooting game ever. Let's talk about the Pikachu in the room. The fact that guns have bullets that travel specific distances. The shotgun, I kind of understand. In fact, I kind of agree with it. This should have limited range. The Disruptor stun gun? Yeah, that also must have limited range. But in what world does a pistol have limited range? In space. Accuracy? Sure. But distance? No. You're thinking of something entirely different there. I appreciated that I could increase the accuracy of the gun through upgrades. Seriously, silenced weapons suck at accuracy. And then the glue cannon has the same damn issue. Shoot something too far away and the glob of glue just disappears. The only weapons that don't do that were the grenades, the Q-beam, and for some reason the Huntress Boltcaster, which is something that gets pointless about 5 minutes into the game. Of course, we cannot conclude talking about the weapons until we talk about what we need to reload them, the crafting system in Prey. I get why this was so loved back in 2017. I mean, we didn't have Stardew Valley, Minecraft, Terraria, No Man's Sky, Starbound, Don't Starve Together. Wait. We did have those. Listen. I don't like this crafting system because it does not work. At one point in this game, I gathered 5 PC trays, 5 boxes, and several other parts around an area. Threw in a recycler charge. You know what I got? About 3 parts of that organic material stuff, some synthetic material, and of course the most important part, the carbon or metal ball things that you need the most. You know how much I got of that? 0.28 grams. I was so furious, I closed the game and only played it again a few hours later. Every single recipe in this game requires some of the carbon balls. Carbon balls are nearly impossible to get. And what's worse, I know this is something they patched. They thought it was excessive or something and just straight up decided to decrease the amount of carbon balls you received when using the recycler charge. Which means at no point in this game, even when I was shooting the Nightmare down because he had turned into nothing but a gnat on my windshield, did I have enough bloody carbon to actually enjoy the game. Now I get some items need to be expensive to build. It makes no sense that pistol bullets and shotgun shells use around the same amount of carbon, or that a whole ass automatic turret with unlimited ammo uses less carbon than shotgun shells. That's just, you can tell I was and still am quite mad about it. All of this frustration started, of course, because of the original Sprigatito in the room. Switching between weapons sucks. You can assign weapons to the 1 to 0 number bar at the top of the keyboard, but in any fighting moment you just don't have the time to tap on any button beyond 5, so you use the scroll function. Normal games have you either scroll up or down to quickly switch between weapons. Others open up the scroll bars to show all weapons, and then you move the mouse to automatically switch weapons. Some great designers even have you press and hold the button to then use the mouse to select the right weapon. Prey though? Look at this. Scroll opens the weapon selector, mouse then switches the weapon you want, and then, secret thing no one expects, you need to actually click to get the right weapon. Now, if you've played Prey to the finish, this will be a minor nothing to you, especially if it was the only game you played at that time. But I'm also playing a few other games to review, and I can safely tell you, even on my 6th hour, this infuriated me. It's not intuitive, it's the opposite of intuitive. For those wondering, the game was completed in 7.5 hours by me. It's not a AAA game's length in any way. Those are the gameplay things that I thought needs to be talked about, because everything else about the gameplay in Prey is amazing. The mimic or typhoid powers are genuinely some of the most fun you can have with your guns holstered. It's also a game of strategy, because everything that hurts you hurts everything else in the game, which is amazing and beyond what you would expect for a 7-year-old game. Multiple times throughout my gameplay, I decided not to fix an arcing electrical panel or flaming gas pipe. Each time it meant I could trap either a bot or a mimic with them, saving me ammo and time. Combined with the rest of the environmental factors that I could use for killing or subverting things, it was quite amazing. Though, for a space station, there is an absurd amount of explosive canisters just laying about for no apparent reason. I'm getting distracted by the small details again. You know, that happens. One day you're playing a game, the next you're stuck as a mug talking about how weird it is a space station has so many things that can go boom. What can you do, you know? I wanted to complete the thought about mimic powers though. They are genuinely unique, and I do feel the game is oddly limiting with them. I only got 3 typhoid powers: the ability to turn into small things, Psycho Shock and Mind Jack. One of these I got because you damn near can't go anywhere without it, and the other I only got so I could get Mind Jack. That's it. Those 3, and I really enjoyed all 3 of them. I also found it annoying as all hell that these 3 powers were enough to make everything immediately think I am a typhoid and no longer human. The balance seems to be more towards those who challenge themselves, those weirdos. Probably an achievement hunter thing or something. It was annoying for my playthrough though, since I like playing games just normally at first, you know, before I go insane with the self-inflicted challenges. This didn't change my enjoyment of the powers, nor how I used them. Mimic to get into small spaces, Mind Jack to save humans being controlled, and then Psycho Shock at level 1 is easily one of the strongest attacks in the whole video game. So why I mentioned this? Because it bugged me. Shit, the coffee is getting low. Okay, I fixed that. The gameplay of Prey is fantastic at times. The 0G controls are easy, fun and intuitive, and frustrating at other times, so I can't really fault the game too much. But I can't complain about it, because holy hell does the gameplay not make up for the other things I found wrong with Prey. The game that won a Best Narrative award, going up against Dishonored 2. This was only in the Italy Awards. Italy, what the hell is wrong with you? You guys need to read a few good books. You guys have the freaking Odyssey to compare to. How did this actually win? With the disappointment that is Italy out of the way, let's take a look at... I'll say it quick, I'll say it fast. After the initial twist, this entire game is a fetch quest. Like there is nothing but fetching happening. What's worse, the story being told is a fetch quest. Hell, the twist at the very end, which I won't spoil because this game can be spoiled by it, yeah, not really that interesting. Now, if you know the story, you know what I mean by the final twist, and given that we are shown flashes of it from the very start of the game, you can guess I knew it about 2 hours in. Like not even suspected it. Straight up, I said to myself, spoiler alert for the next few seconds. Yeah, watch, he's still in a test right now, just watch. And lo and behold, I didn't expect to be a typhoon, but the rest was really predictable. But let me talk about the non-spoiler issue that I have with Prey. It's a fetch quest. At no point in this game do we do anything. Even if we do go to do something else, we still are just fetch questing. So the story becomes one of boredom almost. Morgan Yu and his brother never seem to really do more than talk and argue. Well, let me rephrase that. Everyone else argues and talks. I don't say anything. I never say anything. I just do what they tell me to do, or what January tells me to do, or what Dr. E... Well, too many people telling me what to do or where to go. The story at the least is very, very linear. Talos 1 is taken over by Typhons. We must either destroy it, save it, or do nothing and just run away from it. Each option gets revealed as you do things. Some may never be revealed. For example, in 2017, I just went and smashed the ever-loving hell out of January when I saw him. Good loot, you see. Then did the same to December. Fun fact, there's no third operator. It got really, really quiet after that moment. Kinda like it's getting quiet in year 2. I think I need more coffee. I don't have much more to say about the story. I feel like I can leave that for the bad things section a few minutes away from here. The issue with there being so many fetch quests is that the story is basically just a fetch quest as well. We need to fetch something to progress the plot so that we can fetch something else so we can then progress the plot even further. At no point does the story tell me anything. I get that we are here after the disaster of the story, and let me get this straight. The story being told through transcribes and emails is amazing, but the actual story we play through is just so boring. Just wow. I lost interest and started focusing on getting it all just good, because your morality is obviously being tested throughout this game. Just let me talk about something else, like what it looked like. A shiny game. Graphics. It looks good. A game made in 2017, updated with relatively new technology, running on a system built in 2023. Yeah, it looks fantastic. And the humans look surprisingly human. The environment is very detailed, painfully so at many points. And the Typhoid all have various levels of holy crap, that thing is moving towards me, let me get away from you. So the horror section, all the 2 of them, is quite amazing. That said, let me just refill this mug, though more coffee would be too much. Okay, so the Typhoid lifecycle is confusing, but it clearly starts as a mimic. Just mimicking cups or chairs or just anything inanimate. Until it gets enough, I don't know, human juices, then they become the larger phantoms. You get different kinds of these. After that they turn into weavers or the telepath things. That's where it ends, I think. I have no actual idea, because that's where it stops in the evolution theory of the scientist in the game. What gets me is that after the initial introduction of everything, they're surprisingly boring. Like, not even the poltergeists are really all that scary. Annoying? Yes, but not scary or even good looking. See, the game looks fantastic in every section. Talos 1, the humans, the environs, the hallways, hell, even the giant ass billboards that advertise TranStar to TranStar employees. But the Typhoid get actually boring after a while. I was afraid the first time a random chair attacked me. The nightmare genuinely had me running for dear life when he popped out at random for the first time as well. And I don't know what the thing is at the end, but I was shouting in my house as I ran away from it. But that's always only the first time seeing them. After that, I got bored. That said, every single other part of this game looks phenomenal. And if Prey 2 ever gets made, I genuinely want to play it just to marvel at the graphics. Oh look, someone dropped the heart. I wonder if that'll get me back to being a human. While I do that, let's talk about what I really didn't like. The thing about Prey is that it released in a period of the 2010s where games weren't quite as good. In fact, with No Man's Sky still fresh in people's minds, this game took the gaming world by storm for no other reason than there not being something specifically better. But it's not 2017 right now. In fact, it may not even be 2024 when you watch this. But for me, sitting here, now stuck as a glass mug, it is 2024. And Prey was not as fun as it should have been. In fact, for a majority of this game, I was painfully, annoyingly, frustratingly bored. Not only because of the fetch quest level of things that I have to do, but all of the most interesting things are on screens. Now I get it. We are here after the disaster has taken place and it's kinda our job to solve it. But man damn, about 90% of the world's information comes from different kinds of email conversation. The other 10% comes from transcribes. Alex, Danielle and all the other remaining living people are pretty much just voices in our heads constantly yelling at us to do things. Hell, the morality test the games throw at us, also a fetch quest. Wait, that got all turned around. Basically, I spent a large majority of my 7 hours playing this game reading or listening to people. It got so bad that at one point Alex cut off a transcribe message I was listening to. I ignored whatever the hell he said to me, got to a part where I currently was without enemies, and replayed the transcribe. Now, writing wise, this is fantastic. Gameplay wise, this is a problem. What's worse, because as I mentioned earlier, everything needs some piece of carbon to be built. I backtracked to get more building material. No other reason, I just needed more parts to allow me to build more things. So imagine me, alone in my house, lights dimmed, spending about an hour backtracking to the damn hardware labs, re-killing all the typhoids that appear there, throwing recycler charges on everything that I could, getting to a machine, building 2 magazines of pistol ammo, 1 magazine of shotgun ammo, being out of carbon to build anything else, progressing the story in the next 30 minutes, and then repeating the whole process of looking for more carbon, looking for materials that could possibly be turned into carbon, because an entire disc turns into less than a few hundred grams of carbon, right? Now, I know it used to be different, mostly because every guide still says getting carbon is easy peasy, and when I went back to watch some of the other people, they also just got tons of the stuff from nothing. So obviously someone at Arcane and Bethesda decided we were getting just too much carbon, which means a patch was released to nerf it, and boy oh boy, did they make it worse. Yeah, that's the insane ranting thingamajig over. Really, the game is boring because you are alone. The typhoons get painfully repetitively boring after a while too. Oh look, a mimic. I wonder what this does. The issue is that even greater mimics don't really do much when my health is nearly 200. So that initial slap, while annoying, is also just gone after one swing from the fully upgraded range. This is how I round out the bad things. I know upping the difficulty changes things, but I also found that difficulty just makes everything sponges and my own hits mean nothing, which is the worst version of difficulty spiking imaginable. What do you mean 10 shots from my shotgun and this mimic stealer has half his health left? That really happened. I was not amused by that part of the game. But anyway, as I am still stuck as a damn mug, I think I'll try breaking. Oh, I should probably tell you if you should play it. I don't know how to answer this question. Ignore the shards of me laying about. This game is not bad, but it's not nearly as good as you would think, especially with the massive amount of rose-tinted glasses fans of it are wearing. It was a good experience, and at times I was genuinely, entirely and completely sucked into the world of Prey, to the point that I got spooked by the sound designs. Just let me let you experience this. That's amazing sound and visual design, right? So if you can get this game on discount or, like me, through Game Pass, you should play it. But also, don't go in expecting this world-class experience everyone talks about. It's 2024 and Prey has aged, but it wasn't worth playing just to learn what worked really well in it and what didn't work as well at all. Oh look, a friendly octopus plushies. I wonder what it wants. Oh no. Well, here we are, stuck inside a plush octopus. I'm sure this is fine. At least now I can type things again. Well, thank you all for watching this confusing review of Prey, the 2017 game. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, or at least I learned a few new things. I have no idea what the next game will be. That Them There Horizon series seems fun, but I kind of want to do something with actual magic in it next. So hell, might even finish Divinity Original Sin 2. If you stuck around long enough to hear this, then just drop a comment down below what you think I should play and review next. Now, as always, please remember to like and subscribe. Remember, I love you more than the next one, and more than the last. Ciao!